Alright. What is going on? Okay, so, a few things that I got done. First thing you might notice might be in front of me, and that's this. So, I don't know if you remember, but in the last episode we were trying to get this right here so that way we could start getting that gold, or we could get that golden egg so that way we could make the I forget what it was called. It was some kind of a dirt thing. If we look at the golden egg here, delightful dirt, that's what it was called. So we were trying to get that so we could get delightful dirt, so that way we could start getting some more chickens and, you know, different things like that. Give me 1 second here.
Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big.
Yeah, we're just gonna hot mute that real quick. But we wanted to get the delightful dirt so we could get chickens and we could start working out all that other good stuff. And as you can tell by the mini map, there's something funky going on. But after we got that, that means that we had a steady supply of chickens, which means that with that steady supply of chickens, because all I have to do, and that's like 25%. Good grief. I don't know if that was to go after you guys, but see, so now we got farm animals, we got chickens, we got alpacas, or that's a llama, my bad. So we got all those, but one of the biggest things that we were fighting with was experience. Well, I figured out that if I got an absorption hopper, so let's go in here and we can look at hopper. So if you go and get an absorption hopper, it will pick up XP orbs. So what I did is I took it over there next to my creeper farm and I just let it go. And then in there, we were able to make a tank, which the tanks aren't that hard to make, really. This one. So these aren't that hard to make. You just need some redstone dust and some iron. And as you can see, we have redstone seeds. Thank the good lords. And we also have creeper seeds because we needed those to get the other thing. And all I had to do is make a solium sword, which if I find that, which we'll get over to what's in that little thing over there in just a second. So we have another golden egg and a rotten egg, which that's going to be, that's going to explain that, essentially. So, let me check something real quick. It's not good. I was hoping to see if I could get a trash can for that, because I don't want that I don't want the XP orbs to sit there. Could just be me. But anyway, so we brought it over there. We got one of those tanks. We put it next to it, and as you can see, it's doing exactly what it's doing right there. So all we had to do is put a bucket in that. It gives us 4 buckets. We then go and grab the other necessary materials, and then after that, we are able to go ahead and make the golden egg, and then after the golden egg, we were able to make the rotten egg, which the rotten egg, it makes, I was about to say, because that looked identical. The rotten egg does dreadful dirt, which means that mobs will spawn on it, but it can't be exposed to sunlight. This can, that can't, because it'll catch fire, and then it'll burn it all up. So with that being said, I went ahead and created this little 5x5. It's got a, oh nice, it's got a nice healthy portion of spikes. I would like to get a mob grinder, but that requires diamond, so I can't really do that right now. But as you can see, it's spawning all kinds of stuff. As you can see from there, we can just take a peek right here. Hey buddy, how's it going? I have no clue what that thing is. But what we might even do is we might even come over here real quick, just so we can collect this stuff. She's trying to heal, she can't. Boom, dead. Perfect. So that's doing all this, and as you can see, we can get ender pearls, we can get slime balls. All of that is going to be fantastic for, yeah, for what we're trying to do, right? Because what we're trying to do is, oh yeah, and creepers too. That, this is also doing that. We had to change these out as well. Yeah, we had to change these out so that way they would kill those creepers and actually drop the XP. But if we, so now that we have the slime balls, because one of the things that we're going to be needing for this episode anyway, because as you can tell by the title of it, we're looking at trying to get some better storage, and that better storage is in fact the oh yeah, and I made some. Yeah, and I made some of these other things here. And that better storage is this right here. It's the 1K storage, and I can't remember, what is this from? What are you from? Refined storage, that's what this is. Okay, yeah. We need the refined storage. We need one of these, so we need to get a diamond. That's going to be part of it, which is going to take us actually quite a bit. Because in order to do that, we actually need to do an arc furnace, and in order to, and all of that is, I think, in here, actually. Tier 3, Tier 4, Tier 4 is this, which all of this is just blood magic stuff. Tier 5, Tier 6, Supreme Black Hole Unit. Okay, I don't know what any of this is. But yeah, so we need to get, so diamonds are on the, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a Tier 5 item, which I guess isn't terrible, but it's gonna take us a little bit because we can do the I think it's a the arc furnace. So I'm trying to see. So what is, so if we go back into here and we do diamond right here, and we try to look for the arc furnace, what is that? Immersive engineering. That's what I thought it was. At immersive engineering. We're probably gonna need the book on this, because I'll be honest, I don't know what I'm doing. So, what we need to do is we need to get the arc furnace. Let's see. I'm trying to think what all we need, because we need to get this hop graphite, because that gets turned into the one thing that gets turned into diamond. But I'm trying to think, where's the book? It should have a book, but I can't seem to find the book. Oh, this is gonna be just peachy, isn't it? Yeah, we did book. Blood magic, extreme reactors, quest, blockheads, sorcery project E. It's yeah, no, I don't know how to make this. Yeah. So we'll have to just play it by ear and see what happens. Or if, you know, push comes to shove, we just try to we just get the hop graphite and lapis seeds, which that's just steel and graphite, which that's not gonna be too big of a problem. But anyway, we just work our way up to diamond and we just get one of those seeds real quick and fast. Let's see. So as you can see, I've added a little bit more storage here as well. I wanted to have a little bit more stuff going on here. Now that I think about it, that is going to be a big problem. We're going to need to jump from here to here, like almost instantaneously if we want. Oh yeah, obsidian seeds, that's right. If we want to get better storage, which really, really sucks. But how many processors do we need? That's 1, 2, 3, and oh. So we wouldn't be able to do any crafters yet. But I don't see that being too far down the line. And on top of that, glowstone is what I get from there because of the witches. So that's going to be fantastic. And I really can't wait for that. Let me see. Okay. I was just checking some stuff. Anyway, let's... Is there nothing in the quest book? Power? No. Not seeing anything in here that's gonna... There's automation. And there's just regular storage. Nothing here has... I should have probably researched this a little bit more. Diamond. So there's... So you blast it, smelt it. Okay. So we need to get an induction smelter is what I'm saying. Right? So... And we can get blaze powder, no problem. Actually, no problem. So, what we need to do is get one of these. Invar? Excuse me? I see. Tier 4. Interesting. What can we do with the... How else do you get this? So it's nickel, iron, dust. So it looks like we're going to be getting into some crushing. Perhaps. Because the hop graphite is this is also a tier 4. Now, something else I also want to point out. For anybody watching this afterwards, or even now, I made all of this tier 3 soil because it really isn't that expensive. The most expensive thing is the inferium. That doesn't take any time to grow. But as you can see, I locked the recipe, so I just shift-clicked and just... The tier 2 is a little bit more annoying because it requires us to use that, which we can use drop chests and crafters for that, which is what I planned on doing. And so with that being said, yeah, I wanted to try to automate that with the crafter and a drop chest and have the crafters input what we need into the drop chest and have that drop down directly onto the rune table and have some drop a little bit of fuel on there so that way it has something. But for the life of me, I cannot. Other than that, I don't know what this is. Oh, is this for... Wait a minute. Alchemical reaction chamber? Is that how I'm supposed to do it? So you need all of that. How do you get this? That's a tier 3. That's pretty serious. Interesting. Let's look at some other stuff here. There's, of course, the arc furnace, world generation, which we can do. We need antimatter for that. An enrichment chamber. So yeah, it looks like this is going to be the only way we can do it. is through an induction smelter. Do we need a blast furnace? Which that's not going to be hard. That looks really easy, actually. Let's go here and find our thingy-mabobber. So we need an induction smelter, which means we need a blast furnace, a machine frame, one of those, and one of those. How do we get in bar? This is how we're gonna do it. Wait a minute. Nickel. Okay, nickel is a tier 3, which is gold and iron. Okay. We take our... Well, first things first. Oh yeah, and I also got this storage drawer controller real quick because I just hated going through all of them. Now I don't have to worry about doing that. Anything that goes in there goes in there. Anything that doesn't, doesn't. Yeah. Throw those in there. Throw these in there. What in the name of the Lord? That should go in there. Gold goes in there. And then we take our iron. Huh, I guess it's got a range on it. Or maybe it doesn't have a range and there's just nothing to put it in. Cool, because that is, yep, that is iron essence. Okay, perfect. So now, what was I doing? Yes, we were making nickel. That's what we were doing. We need to get iron seeds. Here's our iron. Here's our gold. So iron and gold. And if I, and something else I did off stream, there's our creeper seeds. Is I sorted through all of them. So all of these, no matter what, like no matter what I do with these, they will always stack. They will always stack. If they don't stack, then that means that something happened and they can be thrown away because these are the exact seeds. So, you know, like I had to use creeper seeds and another seed to get redstone seeds. Well, then it would be like a redstone creeper seed. And then if it was a redstone, then it wouldn't stack on top of it because technically it would be a different seed. So with that being said, I got that figured out. So all of these are a 1-to-1. So these are earth to earth, water to water, and so forth. The gold seeds are not gold to gold yet, so that's something that we need to work on a little bit. We also need to pull this guy out of there. Okay. Does that mean what I think it means? No. Okay. So the range is like right here. Like it goes to like right here. That's really weird. Anyway, we're going to do our iron and gold just like this. Boom. What is this? Iron. Nickel. Nice. So now what we do is we put this down. Wait a minute, before I do that. Yeah, perfect. So now we'll just go through and do this. Apologies for that. Here we go. Sorry about that. Now, whenever we grow this, by the end of it, it should be a 1-to-1, hopefully. I'm gonna just collect some of this real quick, and I gotta find a spot for it. We can put this right here. Grab all these out of here, and then put that right there. Perfect. Actually, it would be nice if we had the controller right here, and then like a slave right here. That sounds awful. Talk about a controller slave thing. They call it a slave. That's what I don't know what else to call it. But yeah. So we have yeah, that would be nice because then that should stretch the entire span of this. I'm hoping. No. No. Why do you do this to me? Alright, perfect. So, with that being said, oh, the reason this isn't working is because it has no power. No, I just need one. One stack of roux. Alright. So now, hopefully, I'll be able to start the production of getting this induction smelter. We do need an iron ingot. Yeah. Iron ingot to be iron nuggets. So, like I said, I think it's just... Where is it going? Oh, it's going right here. Alright, so then we're going to take this, like so, balance, need this, perfect. Now we need a fire charge. But do I want to use blaze powder on that? Yeah, we can. Yeah, we'll do like two. Two should be fine. We gotta look through those two. So you can see there's a Solium dagger that I used. Gunpowder. Do those. Do those. And I'll show you how we got the, yeah. And I'll show you how we got the, oh, that scared me. How we got, the blaze rods here in a minute. Let's see. Oh, yeah, so now we need more iron. Now that we have that, we can go over here to the Invar. Do 6. Now we just need 2 of you. We need we need a piece of gold, 2 pieces of redstone, ten, dirt to dirt, 10, perfect. So for me, all the rest don't matter. Dirt, dirt. Yep, there's iron right there. This iron is different. And then that gold can go back in there, so that's perfect. Machine frame, we need a 10 gear. Do I have 10, right? Aluminum, silver. Yeah, there's 10 right here. Let me go ahead and grab the 10 seeds that are in here. So we'll do this right here. Okay. Alright. So here we go. Now we got this going on. So after we get this done, hopefully... Oh, that's not good. That's not good either. What in the name of the Lord? Yeah, so after we get all these, we should be good to go. Okay, cool. Oh no. Oh. Doesn't make sense. Okay. Is this gonna work or no? Oh my goodness. Oh, how frustrating. Okay, I think that's all of them. Hopefully. I got Invar seeds. Huh, interesting. That's gonna be useful later on, but not now. Let me also throw these water essence out. Okay. Let me give this guy his upgrade back. Now we can come over here. Eat up, eat up. And now, what is that noise? Ah, that scared me half to death. Ouch. Where you at? Come here. Diabolical. I say diabolical. I'll go to sleep. I'll go to sleep. Jeez. Oh man, that scared me half to death. Whew. I panicked there and slapped my keyboard. Whack. Jeez. Okay. Now we got this. Got some tin. Yeah, we got a lot of tin going on. Perfect. Put that back in there. We're gonna check this real quick. Okay. After he gets done freaking out. Yeah. So that's gonna go in here now. The Invar seeds are gonna go in there. We're gonna throw all of these out. Don't need them anymore. Perfect. Perfect. Oh yeah, now we need glass. Oh, but we have glass. Okay. So now we have that. And now we need a blast furnace, which means we need stone. Perfect. We need one of these. We need smooth stone, which is just regular stone. Okay. Go ahead and do that. And then we'll come down here. Perfect. And, oops, wrong thing. That's, again, the wrong thing. This was not from me going over there, by any means. I'm gonna put that out there. Yeah, we're gonna need another one of those. Oops. Getting a whole bunch of slime, that's fantastic. Now we can... I'm pretty sure we can set a filter on these. Think. Yeah, we got sugar, sticks for other things, arrows, bones, all types of the stuff. I need to put another... Ideally, you would just put it all on the bottom. Yeah, we'll look at that here in just a second, because I... I knew it. Okay, that'll work now. Perfect. So now nothing should ever get stuck in there. Good grief. Whew. Something else. Alright. So now we have that. Perfect. So now we should be able to make the blast furnace. Now we just need sand, which is... Okay, so we need 4 dirt and 4 fire. Yep. Perfect. Alright. So now with that being said... Oh yeah. Oh yeah. With that being said, we need some sand. Okay, first things first is we need... Oh yeah, hold on. So we need diamond. But how do we get diamond? Is through something called hop graphite. How do we get hop graphite? We could do tier 4. That's not what we want. How do we get hop graphite dust? So that's coke dust. I see where this is going. Boostable. Yeah, so we just need to get... So now we need one of these. How do you get this? Oh, hey, look at that. You need an alloy kiln, and you need nickel and copper. Which, again, like, this stuff isn't going to be hard. It's going to be annoying, but it's not going to be hard. Anyway, so we need to do this. And we need to get one of these. which means we're gonna need another 10 gear. And we gotta do all of the things. Oh, we also need bronze too. Oh, jeez. Oh, Lord. Oh, good grief. If you just use 10 in copper, you get 4 bronze. That would be more ideal, honestly. There's bronze dust. That's copper and 10. Oh, hey, look at that. Something else we need. I'm gonna freak out if this has another thing. Copper dust and nickel dust. Dude, you can't get dust. Huh? Okay, so we gotta figure something out here. Like you have to have these machines. So in order to get this, you need the dust. And in order to get the dust, you need the coke dust. In order to get the coke dust, you need a pulverizer. In order to get the pulverizer, you don't need anything else. Everything else looks like it's relatively normal. But in order to do that, you're going to need coke. You get this. Well, we could use coal in here and just get this. How do we get this? Yep. We'll do it the other way. So we need to get coke. So we need a coke oven. How do you get a coke oven? This guy. Coke. Brick. Oh, yeah. So you need to make this. It looked like it was a. What was it? Oops. Now we need this. It looks like it's a 3x3. I think it's a 3x3x3. I think that's what it is. Okay. So we need to get a 3x3x3 of that. So we need to get a whole bunch of. Yeah, we're gonna need a whole bunch of sandstone. So first things first is a 3x3x3. So let's see. 3, 6, 9. Okay, so we're gonna double that. Boom, boom. Okay, and then 2 more, I think. Okay, so we need like 9. I think it's 9 of these. Oh, Lord. I'm not excited. Saying perfect. Oh, great. Oh, geez. It is just so much. I was like, oh, this is it. Perfect. No. So now that we got 9, we also need to get all of this stuff out of our inventory because we're gonna need dirt. Yep, we're gonna need the dirt. Get out the way. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna need to get a bunch of dirt here. And then we're also gonna probably need to get a whole bunch of water essence, depending on what kind of water essence situation we have. Let me get a quick peek at that, because it's right here. That should be okay-ish. We're still gonna probably need to get some, so we'll definitely be looking at trying to do that. But for the time being, second here. We'll go ahead and turn on a little bit of music while I sit here and AFK this for just a quick second. Okay, so now that we got that, we can look at trying to get. Let me break that. Thank you. We can look at trying to get some water seed or the water essence. I am full. We need to figure out which one is a 10-10-10 seed, and just do that. This should be very easy, because maybe not. Oh, that's a dirt to dirt. Dirt to dirt. Put that in there. And, yeah, we'll just get rid of these. And then we'll, yeah, let's go ahead and figure out what's going on with these. Okay, so that's a 10 to water. This is 10 to 10. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Perfect. See ya. Okay, those can sit there for now. Water seeds, perfect. Now, let's take these, do this. And then take these. Because we're gonna need a bunch of clay. We're gonna need to smelt the clay, and then after we get all of that, then we should be good to go. I think. So yeah, hopefully we have enough. Yeah, we should have enough now for sure. We'll go ahead and do that, and then do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, so we need a bunch of clay. So we're probably gonna take like half of this and throw it in there, and then that can get smelting, and then as that is smelting, we can come over here. Yeah. Now we can take a peek at this. Getting plenty of other stuff here. That's fantastic. Yeah, I would really, really like to get a few more of these, but I'm really waiting on trying to get all of the different soils automated, or the potential to get them automated, so that way we essentially are able to say, okay, I want 64 of these, and then just be able to fill up an entire plot with them. That would be the most ideal. So with that being said, oh yeah, that would be nice if I got that out of there. With that being said, we need to get some dark oak. And we need to make another, yeah, we could do it over here. Yeah, we'll do this right here. Yeah, this will be fine right there. There we go. So now, as we get these done, we also need the hammer. Oh, that's nothing. Yeah, we have that, we have that. We just need some string and then we're good. Have some in here. Need the hammer. Boom. The bonk. So now, we're just waiting on this stuff right here to smelt up. Okay. Perfect. Yep, and now we just need the coke bricks. Yeah, so I think we just keep the middle open, and then you just go up a little bit, and then pretty much good to go. We'll take another one of these. Grab more of these. Boom.
Love finding awesome deals? Then check out Plato's Closet. Right now,
Perfect.
our clearance section is packed with even bigger savings than usual.
All right.
All the latest gently used name brands for up to 70% off retail. But for a limited time, the prices are even better on marked clearance styles. So grab your
And now, we'll just take this. Okay, that's not what I want.
For way less. We're located on Frederica Street.
And then you just fill in the top, this right here and that right there, and then good to go.
With a job at MasterBrand, where we need you to make things happen. MasterBrand is searching for qualified applicants for its Ferdinand facility. Starting rate begins at $19.12 per hour, with a
Get two more.
referral bonus for current and new employees. Enjoy employee
Two more should be fine.
$2.50 per hour night shift premium. Easy application.
There we go.
Same-day hiring at MasterBrandFerdinand.com.
Yeah, and then you just need like one more. Two, there's three, and we just need one more of those. Now, here we go. And take the hammer. You have to. Oh no, you have to. Yeah, there we go. So you have to fill in that one block. I thought it was open. Honest mistake. Okay, and now we're just gonna dump all of our stuff in here. We're gonna grab the stuff that we need. Trying to think. What other stuff? We could use this and this. Keep that on us. Like 10 seeds in here. I'm not seeing anything else that's a real necessity here. I think we're good. So, now that we have that, we can take a stack of these. Need to eat. They can't run. Yeah. There we go. So now that's going to be as slow as ever. But in the meantime, we could be working on trying to pulverize some of this and getting the coke dust, and then 8 of those. Oh geez, this is gonna be a while, isn't it? 8 of those is 1 hop graphite. And then after that, in here, what can you do in here? Trying to think. So you can put this in there, and then you get the ingot, and then what can you do with the ingot? You get to the induction smelter. So we're gonna need one of these. Can I just use the ingot for this or no? Okay, so immersive engineering is not the way to go. That's the ore. Yeah, not a... Oh yeah, no, we'll get the pulverizer. The pulverizer will be able to put this stuff into dust, so that's why we need this. So what we need to do... Okay. So what we need to do... I need mine. There we go. That was the one thing I was looking for. I need this. So what we can do now is we can actually come over here, and we need to figure out where energized steel graphite. What can you do with graphite? You just make reactor stuff with it? Okay. So you can't even do anything with this kind of a graphite, which really sucks. Because that would have been super nice if I could use that and just jump from there to the hop graphite. That would have been super nice. If I want to tier 3 to tier 4, so tier 4 is going to require us to do a bunch of blood magic stuff. Oh yeah, that's just going to be great, isn't it? Oh yeah, and this is the Botania. Oh yay. Can't wait. So, let's see. It says we're not done with tier 3 for some reason. There's something I'm missing. Pretty sure we've done everything. Everything got a check mark on it. I don't know. It's so weird. Okay. Whatever. Alright. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to create this guy right here, which means we're gonna need one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these, and one of these. We don't need those anymore. Flint is that right there. Perfect. Copper. So we need to get our nuggets. There's our iron nuggets. Do we have any more? I thought we had some more. Guess not. We need to get some copper. And then we need to get 2 gears. Perfect. Then we need 1 piece of gold, 2 pieces of redstone, a machine frame, which means we're gonna need another 10 gear, which, yeah, our 10 is in here. Yeah, okay. So now that we have that, we need to also grab some iron and how do I make sand? I should have stuff over here as well, so maybe, yeah, maybe some stuff is in there. I don't know. Yeah, so we got some glass right there as well. Okay. Okay, there we go. So now we have all these. Now we just need some pistons, which means we're gonna need some of that. Give me all that. And then we also need some wood.
What do you have to lose? Give it a try at mintmobile.com/save.
Limited time 50% off regular
Shoot,
price.
we need some redstone.
Payment required.
Need
$5 for 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180.
kind of redstone do we? Okay, so we just need one.
Speeds may slow after 50
Cool.
gigabytes per month when network is busy. See
Just need one of those. Perfect. And then we need this. Perfect. And then we need one of these, but that requires us to get bronze ingot, which is 3 copper, a 10, and then a fire charge gives us 4. Yeah, that'll be fine. We need another redstone flux coil. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and grab this. We should have fire charges somewhere. I know I created some. I don't know where they went though. Where did charges go? They were like, oh, I might have used them all. Shoot, I can't remember. Fire charges, we'll do that. We have plenty of gunpowder. So something that I'll do is, well, at bare minimum, we should have at least 1. Yeah, here's it. Maybe it's in here. Yeah, no, I already used it, I guess. We need a piece of this right here, and then we need a piece of coal. Actually, I'll be taking that. And then, what was I saying? We need get this. So we need 3 copper and 1 tin. So we have 10. We just need 3 coppers. I swear I have, like, there's so much stuff that I think I have, but I don't. I'll turn around and look and it'll be in here. I can guarantee it. Some copper right there. Okay, so now we need our copper seeds. Yep. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do this with the copper, and then we will be off to the races. Put this in there. Grab ourselves another stack of those. Yeah, I really like the way that this is laid out because it's just gonna be so easy to do the rest of. Like, all you have to do is just let it grow and then watch it and make sure it doesn't do something stupid like that. Stone is useful, but I don't need it right now. Just want copper, brother. Just the copper. Okay. Yep. Oh, jeez. Don't stop believing. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so now that we have I was gonna say we have a good bit of copper now. Let's go ahead and take this. Do that. Balance grid. Boom. So now we have bronze. And now that we have that, we need to work on getting this right here. So we need... Oh, so we can just use... Oh, yeah, no, that'll be fine. Oh, but we need another fire charge, which is okay, because what we can do is we can come over here with iron bars and a pumpkin, right? Iron bars and a pumpkin. And what we can do is if we take... Actually... Need iron bars and pumpkin. We take our iron bars like so. Take the pumpkin. Yep. Nice. So like I said, so that's how I was getting the blaze powder. Was it's called, I think it's called barrel pumpkin. We saw it in the quest line in tier 4, tier 2, tier 1 automation. Oh no, it's in oh, diamonds. Coke oven. How would one do this? How would one even get this? I don't know. Yeah, because like I said, I'd be more than happy to do a pulverizer situation. That's an induction smelter. Yes. So, oh yeah.
Except Discover in a little place like this? I don't think so, Jennifer. Oh yeah, huh? Discover's accepted where I like to shop. Come on, baby, get with the times. Right. So we shouldn't get the
Wait a minute.
parachute?
Why did I make an induction smelter? What is that even used for? Out of this entire thing, what is that used for?
Discover is accepted at 99% of places that take credit cards nationwide, based on the February 2025 Nielsen report.
Love finding awesome deals? Then check out Plato's Closet. Right now, our clearance section is packed with even
Oak
bigger
dust.
deals than usual.
Do this. We need a metal servo to do this.
Gently used name brands for up to 70% off retail. But
Oh,
for a
that's gonna be
limited
rough.
time, the prices are even better on marked clearance styles. So grab your friends and hit up Plato's Closet to score your next favorite fit for way less.
Is there any other way to...
It was love at first bite.
She was bubbly, effervescent, sparkling with energy and a hint of sass.
He was sizzling.
I think... Well, I don't know. Because I don't know if I want to switch. Because I don't know if this can... I think this can handle some extra stuff. I don't know. Anyway. What we'll do... Alright, so that's what we'll do there. And then... we get to the coke dust, and then... yeah. So, I basically went down this line, kind of. But then I shot over here. Then I'm going back over here. Then over to here, over to here, over to here. So after this, because this is ridiculous, like you want this off the bat. That's just annoying. So, with that being said, we need to get some more fire charges. We need more coal. And we need more boom boom. Just get that many. Perfect. Now we need to get some more of these. Yeah, we'll just get a bunch of them, because why not? And then, so we have that. We need the gears, so we'll just do 2 of them, just like that. Perfect. Now we need another 10 gear. Perfect. And now we need some more iron. Which means now I need to grab my iron seeds again. And now we'll just take a peek at both of these. That's copper to stone. So we can get rid of those. Throw these in here because I know they're fine. Yeah. And then we can just use the iron seeds right here. Just like this. Perfect. And then we're just going to sit right here for just a second, and then we'll hop back to it. Alright, that should be plenty for us. Yeah, that should be good. Yeah, there we go. And then we just need one of these. Boom. Now we officially have our servo thing. So we need to take... I'm confused why I even got this. This really confuses me. What was the point of it? Oh, wait a minute. That's why I got it. Okay, that makes sense. So, this needs to go into here. Let me go grab the... I thought I saw something. Never mind. Let me... My wrench is in here. It's gotta be, right? No, my wrench is on me. I'm looking for the, spider pipes. There we go. So... Ooh. We're gonna take this. We're gonna do this. Shouldn't be anything in there. Let me take this right here. How about I just do this? There should be... Yeah, not the feathers. Okay, so now that we got these, set this right here. Perfect. So, essentially, actually what I'm gonna do is... I would like to have these set up in such a configuration where... So let's see. So we're gonna do let's see. Pulverizer is first. So actually, we can do that right there. So it's pulverizer, then that, right? And then if we do... Oh, is it? Okay, and then if I do this, no, you know, like, why? Why? If we auto output, it should automatically do it, right? Or am I just losing my mind? Okay, I'm losing my mind. Okay. I don't think where we could put this. Because we could kind of like... Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this and we're gonna put this here. And then we're gonna put... There it is. Trying to figure out where it went. We're gonna put this here. And then we're gonna put this here. Okay. So that's gonna be the input. We're gonna suck out of this. And then we're going to output on top. We're going to input from the bottom and take out of here, right? We'll just turn that off for now. All right, so all of these are getting what they need. Yep. Yep. Now, the thing is, can I... Maybe I could just take this like this. And then we do an input situation right here. Oh. It does work. Very snazzy. Is there a reason that you just don't like to do that? Oh, does it have to go through a furnace and then... Oh, it does. Oh, that sucks. Okay. Then what we'll do is we'll take this. We'll remove that. Like that. Like that. And what we will do is... Oops. We can put this in a... We could do a redstone furnace. I feel like that's going to use a lot of power, though. I mean, it's not too bad, all things
Enjoy more
considered.
ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can flip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, for everyone. Savings may vary.
Let's just do this.
Restrictions apply. See site for
So we'll get that going. We'll just go ahead and use a redstone furnace, why not? But then we'll have that go into a redstone furnace. After it goes into the redstone furnace, that'll then turn it into the who's-ma-what's, and then after that, it can go into the induction smelter, and then we can get our little bits of diamond. So that way we could start actually working on getting the storage. Because, good grief, if I had known that it was going to take this much, I would have done a little bit of this off camera, off the stream, but I did not realize that, so we're here now. Alright, so run down here, go to sleep because I just don't want any more phantoms coming around, because that's just dreadful. I really wish there was a
For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
like I wish there was like a trash can. There's a nullifier. What is this? What does it do? It doesn't do anything. This is okay. Huh. Interesting. All right. We should be pretty much done over here. Yeah. Let me go ahead and grab this. Need another 10 ingot. An ingot. Try again. There we go. Not what I want. Okay, and then we need some copper. Perfect. So now we have a redstone furnace. And then okay. Output on that side. Input on that side. Nice. So now we get diamonds. First diamond. We do need a tank. Okay, so there's not a trash can. Is there a dump? No. All right. What can we do with this? Oh, you can make concrete with it. That's about the only thing. Other than that, it is trash. I really wish there was a trash can, man. What is a... See, this isn't bad. I could do this. There's a common. That's a little bit more aggressive. What is this? Simple machine frame. Okay. Yeah, that requires diamond. So, if anything, I mean, we could do this. It would take latex. Yeah, let's look into doing something like that. Actually, we'll just take that. So we want to do a simple one. So that means that we're gonna need we could just oh, I hate this so much. I really do. So if we actually just did a simple tank, like if we just got 2 of these, per se. Say we got 2 of these, and we just did this. Let me go grab the fluid pipes from over here. Oh. Let's see. Let's check this out. Where's my brand? Yeah, and we'll just do that for now. That way it keeps this empty, because if this is full, it just won't work, which is just not good. And for all intents and purposes, this is so incredibly slow. But it's fine. We just need this enough to acquire ourselves the storage here. So we just need the disk drives, which is going to take an advanced processor, which sadly requires a diamond. But other than that, we have the enriched quartz. That's one of the things that I actually got off stream. It's one of the things that I actually went out of my way to get. So we have that. So that's not bad. I figured out what's going on. So that's not bad. There's a controller that also requires it. And then so we need 3 diamonds. That's what I'm getting. Is we need 3 diamonds. Now, the question is, are there any seeds to help? Because I really don't want to be doing this. There's bronze. That does not help. Skystone does nothing. The only thing that I know that would help would be the hop graphite essence or the seed. But that means that we would need to do the whole blood magic and doing all that, and that's just a lot of work. That's just a lot of work, and I really don't want to be doing that, if I'm going to be completely honest. This is a pain. Because we can't really, well, we can't adequately do this until after we get diamonds secured and situated. The minute that we get those secured and situated, we'll be fine. Yeah, it'll be completely fine. We have 2 diamonds. We need 3. We're gonna go ahead and do a quick little. Oh, I can throw my 1 pop graphite that I got. Oh, wait a minute. Does that turn into a diamond? I think it does. I had a diamond sitting in my inventory. I'm such an idiot. Okay, so now that we got this, we don't need these things in our inventory. Yep. Gunpowder can go in there. Sure. We can throw those in there. We don't need those. We'll bronze, and we don't really have a spot for those, but we can throw that right there. Iron goes in there. Invar. We have Invar. Is Invar even a thing? Silver. No. Invar is not a thing. We'll just toss that in here. Invar, and then we have copper. And then, yeah, that's good. Except we need to put these in here. Perfect. Okay, that's perfect. Now, like I said, we need the advanced processing stuff. So storage, Let me this over here. Let's do that. We'll do this.
Love finding awesome deals? Then check out
We need
Plato's
silicone.
Closet. Right now, our clearance section is packed with even bigger savings than usual. You already know Plato's Closet has all the latest
Grr.
70% off retail. But for a limited time, the prices are even better.
Oh yeah, no, this isn't anything. The only thing is, yeah. So this is going to be one of the biggest things we're going to need. We are going to definitely need 3 of those. So let's go over here and grab ourselves some slime balls. We'll grab some string too, because why not? And what we'll do is we'll take this and make this. Just grab a stack, nothing too big. Grab a stack, put all that back in there. Perfect. We got plenty of ender pearls to be doing stuff, which is something that I'm definitely going to be doing not too long from now. I'm going to be using elevators to get like up and down places and stuff. Something else that I want to do is I want to, at least at minimum, light that up. That is loud. At bare minimum, I'd like to light that up and get that turned off so that way this is the only thing running, because we don't need this anymore. We have this. So there's that. Now we need silicone. Yep, silicone right there. Perfect. Now we also need some redstone. And now we take this, do that. And now we just got to throw these in the redstone furnace here. And it shouldn't be taken over here. If it does, then I'll run and grab it, because there's nothing for that to do. So it just won't take it. We go and grab this. It's nice and fast. Boom. Thank you. So now that we have that, we're gonna grab a stack of this, because I want to make sure that that is topped up. I don't want that going down. That would just not be good. Crafting grid. Oh, okay, yeah. No, that's fine. And we need one of these. And we need one of these. Yeah, and then we can do that. Can we do a 16? We sure can. We do a 64. No, God no. So we can do all the way up to 16, which is what I think I'm gonna do. Now, as for the crafter requires 2 advanced processors. So as the diamonds collect in here, I think that's what I'm gonna do. Which currently nothing is happening because it's just slow. Yep, it is just slow. So we have the 3 that we need. Now we need the quartz enriched iron. So we're gonna need the get this out of here. We don't need that. Where's our... Is it in here? It is. Okay, cool. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here. And another thing that I want to do is, if I keep this setup with the drawers and everything, I would love for it to have upgrades in them, but I can only go up to the gold upgrade, which honestly isn't terrible. I need to go grab some of these. Yeah, 120 should be fine. Or 128 should be fine. Something else that I really like about this guy right here is he does it like the plant gatherer. It doesn't, so it only harvests crops that are completely done, and then it goes the optimum route for that, right? So like if it sees that there's like a 9 or a 3x3 grown, it'll start from the bottom and then go to the very last thing, but it doesn't do its full range, and then it'll go back and then it'll do that, which is super nice. You know. Okay. Did I not? Oops. Okay. So I'm gonna sit here and AFK this for just a second. I'm gonna go grab something to drink. I'll be right back. And then we can actually get started on crafting a whole bunch of this stuff. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so now that we have a whole bunch of this stuff, does it really reach all the way over to here? Maybe it's just these. Yeah, I think it's just these right here that I can't reach. Yeah, because it definitely went in there. Okay, so now we can take this, put all of our stuff in there. There we go. Hold on, I got something in my eye. Okay. So now we can do this. What is this? Is it just stone? Looks like it's just stone. If it's just stone, I have some in here. It is. You also require... Yes. How about you? Okay. So now that we have that, we need a chest. So we'll go ahead and grab that. Boom. Boom. But now, something else we're gonna need is a crafting table. Now that we have a crafting table, we just need this. Yeah, so we need a destruction core, which is gonna require quartz. Which we should have some right here. Yep, I just want one. Thank you. But we also need one of these basic processors, so we're just gonna need... Just give me a stack of redstone, why not? Oh my goodness. Something's always gotta be in it, dude. And then we're gonna need some gold. So, let's see. We're gonna need 2 of these. We're gonna need... 2 of these. And we'll go ahead and toss these in here. That's alright. I enjoy falling. And on top of that, once we actually get this storage up and moving and running and grooving, we will be able to start on a actual base, and we'll be able to clean a lot of this stuff up. You know, of course we'll have our own little areas for doing certain stuff, like the blood magic is going to be in one area, this is going to be in another area. I plan on destroying that at some point. I don't know when, but I do plan on destroying that. And then, of course, we're going to have our own, like, Botania stuff like this in one area, maybe something like this. Maybe we'll have a few of these in another area, and then some more of this stuff in another area. And of course, we'll have this little area over here. I'd like to incorporate that in our building somewhere, because I imagine that being useful to some degree. If anything, just using it for, if we could do the mob grinder with those. Let's check this out real quick. Mob grinder, or it's called a mob masher. We could use that, and then we can use looting, which that's not hard. The hardest part is this, which requires 1 diamond. So honestly, what we might even do is we'll take...
You wake up, and your first thought, coffee, immediately. That first
We might use this.
it has to be just right.
Yeah.
Most big brand creamers don't get that. Loaded with sugar and fake
Well,
flavors that take over your cup?
I don't know.
No thanks.
I don't know if I want to use it for that or not, because it's generating enough on its own without us needing to even do anything.
And no sugar unless you add it. No.
So I think what we might do is we might just
Try
keep it
one
like that.
at nutpods.com.
Why not?
Going on vacation?
But yeah, so now we need to take these out.
Who turned a backseat into a courtroom?
These can start going.
Tablet is louder?
Honestly, I should have probably just done them up there.
Yep, we totally
Options, music and sound, hostile creatures. We're gonna do that at like 30. Yeah, that should be plenty loud. So now that we have that, come over here.
More ways to save save at Kroger like low prices in every aisle.
We need
And
one of
you can whip
those.
and save more with digital
We
coupons in
need
the Kroger app.
a piece of glowstone, which we have.
Points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always easy to
There we
save
go.
big. Kroger,
And now,
for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Save big on your favorites with the buy 5 or more, save $1.
there we go. And now we just need 3 pieces of glass.
With your card.
There's 2.
For everyone.
There's glass panes. I just need 1 more. Perfect. We take that, we take this, and then we do that. Boom. Absolutely fan diddly darn-tastic and perfect. Is there a battery? We might actually use this. Because if thinking about it, if we do this, that'll supply this with so instead of having 100,000, it would constantly be supplying these. Because these, I think these do need a little bit to run. But what I want to do is we can go ahead and grab some of this wool, and then if we grab like 2 ender pearls, we can do an yeah. We have an elevator block right there. Let's grab this string in there. We'll do this. This is just gonna be ideal. Okay, so now what we can do is we can take this and place this like right here. So as you can see, it can't go up right now, for now. But if we did something like this, 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't know, something like that. Do I have... And then we can take these right here, like, oh well, it'd be nice if I actually got sticks, right? Okay, so now we can take this like this. Okay, that's not what I wanted. And then we could just do something like this. Huh. Perfect. Oh, and something else that I'm gonna be doing. No, we're gonna get rid of this. And what I'll do is, I'll create a time-lapse video of me building, and I might even just do that next stream or even post that. But yeah, we'll do that. My hard drive's throwing a fit again. But yeah, the elevators are so nice. So we can have different floors for different things. Like one could be just for like farming, different things, and you know, so forth and so on. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take this up. And I would actually... Yeah. We could do the controller, the drive, and then the crafting grid right here. And then we can do... This is AE2, isn't it? No, it's refined storage. Nope. Nope. How interesting. I was just trying to think. I was like, okay, well, if you have... let's do at... Fine. Okay, so that's not terrible. Yeah, this whole thing isn't terrible. It would be a little bit annoying, but it isn't terrible. And what we might even do... So what we might even do for now is... We're gonna take this, and then this, and where's my, there they are. I guess that didn't help anything now, does it? Yeah, we'll do that. And we can take these. All the way up there. And we could have that going into there. So now we have this huge crafting grid that we can't put absolutely anything in. But what I want to do is I want to do chests. So I want to get, actually I want to get, well, yeah, we'll do 2 for now. We'll throw these away real quick. We'll get this. We'll get some iron. Some of this stuff right here. And this right here. Okay. Because what I want to do is... Because I've actually messed around with this mod quite a bit. We can get some cable. We need some glass, though. Okay, so we got some glass. Now we need a destruction core, which is some nether quartz. And oh yeah, my silicone's up here, isn't it? So what I want to do is I want to get like 4. I don't know. for work. We get like 4 of each. So we get like 4 of each of these. And then after we get 4 of each of these, we can get the importer, or wait a minute. Oh no, we want, oh, this is not good. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, no, that'll be fine. We'll only be able to make 2 though. We need this. We need the glowstone. One, 2. Oh, and then we need the 2 chests that I put away. Aha! So now we have all of that. So now we have all of this storage right here to be making and doing different stuff with. So now I can just click on this. Oh, this requires, you know, something to be done. Like, let's say if I wanted this, I need this. If I want this, I need this. That's a process thing. So now we take this, bring this up here, that in there. Now we just need one of these. Actually, let's get rid of that.
Enjoy
Put
more
that down.
ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons.
And
in the Kroger
then
app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon.
need
at
one of
pump.
those.
So it's always easy to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state.
Perfect.
Restrictions apply. See site for details.
Save big on your favorite.
Now that we have that, we don't even need this quite yet.
Finding quality health coverage is a journey, but that doesn't mean it has to be difficult. With Connect leading the way, you'll easily discover a world of low-cost, even no-cost plans.
Diamond chests? Yeah, that's not happening.
Or just getting
Well, not
started.
anytime soon, anyway.
Enrollment is from now until January 15th, and you can get there with one easy step.
Now, something that I'm curious by.
It's the best path to quality, affordable health coverage for every Kentuckian.
Because we need iron.
Love finding awesome deals? Then check out Plato's Closet. Right now, our clearance section is packed with even bigger savings than usual. You already know Plato's Closet has all
We need
the
another one of
latest
these,
name brands for up to
but we need
70%
more of
off.
these,
But for a limited time, the prices
which
are even
means-
better on marked clearance styles. So grab your friends and hit up Plato's Closet to score your next favorite.
yeah, which means we're going to need
Located on Frederica Street.
2 of those. I need food. What am I doing? Okay. Got some food. So now, what I can do is we have all of this space that we can use for now, but let's see. And you can put different things on here, different priorities. What I want to do is I want to get another one, and I want to see if I put it on there, if it will link me up to all of these. Because if it does, that would be absolutely stellar. Running over everything. That would be stellar. Because then I would be capable of doing much, much, much more. Because then it would just be all of this storage. And where is thy cable? Perfect. Oh my lord. It, in fact, does. Which means... Oops. Yeah, which means that I can put all of this stuff in here, and it won't be that big of an issue. And then I can just set all of this in here. All the different essences in there. Okay. There we go. So now that I have all of this, what I can do is I should be able to make a key. Yeah, no, that'll work. I like that. Large is good. Key. Drawer locks and unlocks drawers. Oh, that's cool. But yeah, this is what I want. So we need to get this. Okay. Yeah, that'll be fine. Like that. We just do key again. The key of King's Law relic. That's a Botania thing? 4. Concealment, hide or show items and labels, hide or show quantity. Okay, so now we have this, put that in there. This, put that in there. We now have a key. But this is the problem. So all the stuff that I don't want to go in there is going in there, right? But because I'm going to take all this, I just want essences in here. But if I go through and lock all of these, even the empty ones, we can take this over here and put this over here. Then, if I put all this stuff in here, right, it's all going to go in here. And none of it's going to go in here. So now I could just work on the essences and keep all of these going. So I could have so many of this type growing, and this type growing, and this type growing. And Oh, it's just going to be so much nicer. So now we can actually work on getting all of this stuff, I would say, relatively organized if we wanted. Let's look at doing some chests. We have iron and gold. We'll do iron. Do 2 of those. Then we'll do the gold. Okay. And then I want to get 2 more of these things. Two, three, 4. I think it's 4. Yeah, we'll just put 4 in there. But there's something that I want to do, because clearly this is not going to be cut very soon. Because as you can see, it keeps running through it and yada yada yada, blah blah blah. So what I want to do, because we've already got this all down, let's look at power. Because these aren't going to be hard. They really aren't. The hardest part of it is going to be the glass. It's going to be the hardest part of it. Also, want to forewarn everybody that I will probably have a number of these going off stream. I plan on grabbing a few more and placing them around. Of course, you know, kind of expanding a little bit, you know, doing that kind of thing, only because this is not ideal in the slightest. You know, growing one type of plant, sitting here for a little bit, taking it all up, growing another type of plant, you know, that's just not ideal in the slightest. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab a few more layers of, you know, this kind of stuff, and hopefully, and something else that I plan on doing is I plan on trying to keep this going. So I plan on trying to keep this going, so that way we can actually get some more diamonds, hopefully. We'll just have to kind of see how that goes. Yeah, we pretty much hit the limit here. Let's see. What else do I want to... Okay, so that's another thing. I want this to automatically input stuff in. So yeah, that's how I want to do it. So now we should automatically be getting all this stuff. Oh. Yeah, see, that didn't go in there. I'm quite happy with that. The only thing that I want to do right now, anyway, is make sure that this is on a priority of +1. 2 billion? What are you talking about? That doesn't make sense. Yeah, so I'm gonna grab these. And then grab 2 of those. Grab 2 of those. Gosh dang it. Yeah, so now we have quite a bit more. Yeah. And again, something else that I want to do is I want to get upgrades for all of these, so that way they essentially can never run out. Like, they'll never overfill, they'll never run out, you know, nothing like that. So let's see here. We're gonna need a bunch of glass. So let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and pick these up. What are these? Quartz and rich iron. Pick up all of these. Perfect.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in
There we
every
go.
aisle. And you can clip and save more with digital coupons in the Kroger app. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. So it's always
There we
easy
go.
to save big. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Save big on your favorites with the buy 5
All
or
right.
save $1 each.
Let me run up, grab my magnifying glass, and we'll sit here for a little bit because
Kroger, fresh for everyone.
we're gonna need to.
Start 2026.
Something else is I want to make sure.
We need you to make things happen.
Now, let me see something. Because we have seeds, right?
Starting wage begins at $19.
Oh, they do show. Okay, perfect. I wanted to double check that.
Enjoy employee discounts plus a $2.50 per hour night shift premium. Easy application and same-day shipping at masterbrandferdinand.com.
Yeah, we want that, and we want a magnifying.
Today's cup of Scooter's coffee was hard-earned through parallel parking perfection. Oh,
Oh,
the stakes were high,
there we
the
go.
spot was tight,
And now,
was watching.
you should be able to just sit here and throw these up. And
To the occasion, use the mirror
while
from the internet.
that's doing that,
Earn the respect of everyone.
I think I'll just let this go for a little bit, and then we will, because what I'm trying to do is I want to get,
Scooter's coffee. You earned it.
yeah, this is what I want to do. So solar panel 1s aren't going to be too hard. Solar panel 2s aren't going to be too hard. Solar panel 3s are also not going to be very difficult. The only thing we need to get is lapis. Lapis shouldn't be too difficult. Again, not that difficult. That's where it's impossible. So I'm glad we stopped there. These are going to be the ones that we do. These are going to be the only ones we can do. Because anything past this, it requires diamond. And we just can't do diamond. Okay, so now that we got that, we should have plenty of glass. Oh, I'll tell you what's happening. And there it goes. Now if I take this, oh yeah, it only takes 4. We could just do a few stacks of those, like that. Now we need some of these. Get a few of those going. So we have solar panel 1s. Nope, we just want that. We need cobblestone. Make as much of that as we possibly can. Let's see. We need create 2 of those. Yeah. Well, what do we need? Oh, we need planks. Good. Let me come over here. I'm gonna grab these. I'm gonna grab all this. And then we need planks. We have wood. We'll do that. We need iron. But yeah, this is what I was talking about with all the seeds and everything that we need. Do we have any more cable? We do. We have 1. That is less than ideal. Let's go ahead and grab all of this. We'll just throw all of it in here. Yeah, so now we can really start cleaning up our island that we got. Now all of it's going to be transferred into those other chests, but that's completely okay. That is completely fine. Okay. So now we can come over here, grab up ourselves 1 piston. And now we need, how many of those do we have? We have 3. We need 1 more. And so we need iron. There's our iron seeds right there. So our glass seeds are doing something a little bit funky. Glass to glass, okay. So we're gonna just throw those in there. We'll throw all of these off the edge. So now we can get this going. We just gotta sit here for a second. That's strange that this isn't going. I guess I didn't have a box for it. Strange. How strange indeed. Well, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do some tidying up. I'm gonna grab some materials. We're gonna get a good bit of that stuff. I'm probably gonna get all the way up to a tier 5 solar panel, and then I might even try to get some glowstone seeds, because those are only tier 2. We'll probably get some glowstone seeds. We already have all that. Maybe some lapis as well. Lapis seeds too. We'll grab lapis seeds, and then we should be able to get these solar panels with relative ease after that. Something that I definitely want to try to do is I'd love to get myself a crafting system set up. Crafting system is going to be insane and so incredibly nice, but we need the advanced processors. So with that being said, if I do crafter, I know in a world and a land far, far away, there was, can't remember, it might have been the first one that I played. You could get, yeah, you could essentially, I'm trying to see if they have it still. It's just a crafting grid. Okay, so in a mod pack that I played, you could upgrade the crafter and you could get to like a netherite crafter and it would just craft everything like instantaneously. So I think what I'll do is I might try to get a crafter. I'm not completely sure how I'm gonna do that quite yet, but I think that's gonna do it for this stream. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate everybody for sticking around and watching for however long you do decide that you want to watch. If there's anything I can improve on, drop it down in the comments, and I will catch you in the next one.